economic times. There a number of ideas were actually related to the mobile space, the mobile application space. You have quite a few good mobile application developers out there who are making path-breaking applications. And if you see in the emerging markets, actually, applications such as mobile payments and even agriculture information services are much more evolved than the developed countries. If you look at M-Pesa from Safaricom in Kenya, I mean that's quite a special case. It's very interesting that actually ethnic violence led to higher increase of usage of M-commerce and things like that in the South African countries. If you look at India, then you have some very good examples of Nokia Life Tools, which provide mandi prices to farmers, or you have things like the Airtel initiative, which actually helped to connect several thousands of farmers and enable them to share information related to weather, to pest control and so on. So there are a huge amount of opportunities there, opportunities related to even advertising. Tomorrow when you call a colleague, you might just hear the Maggie jingle before the person picks up the phone. And then you also have a lot of M2M applications, things like water pump being activated from a distance, giving an alarm when it's somebody tries to steal it, meter reading happening via SMS. I'm talking about the electricity meters here. When I think of the threats, then the first threat that comes to my mind is the revenue sharing model. Now our study shows that actually the operators still take a lion's share. They take about 50 to 60% of the revenue. The content aggregators and the technology enablers end up carrying home about 10 to 15%, and the content owners make just about 5 to 10%. Now, why am I bringing this up? There are some key, underlying reasons why this is happening more in emerging markets, especially India, because the content market here is actually very fragmented. It is oversupplied. So what is happening is carriage is actually ruling over content. But if you look at more developed countries such as Europe and Japan, there the services are of a higher order. They are higher value. They are I'm talking of services like video and data and things like that. So basically, you don't even have so many content suppliers there. So that is not the case there. There actually the VAS provider is actually able to get a much larger share of the revenue. Now what implication does this have? The implication is that it actually is leading to a vicious cycle. If the VAS supplier, as I said, many of them being street entrepreneurs who are probably starving for funds, if they are not going to be able to get their due revenue, they are not able to do the quality control, they are not probably able to bring out a more creative bouquet of services, which will lead to the consumer probably having lack of interest and further losing interest and VAS sales going down. So it's ultimately going to be a vicious circle. When I think about the consumption patterns that are different in the emerging markets versus the developed countries, well, I just like to know how much time I have. I don't want to take too much time. Okay, fine. So I'll wrap up quickly my thoughts in a minute. So when we talk of the consumption patterns in the developed in the emerging markets, in the developing countries, there the 3G penetration is very low. I mean, in India we still can't say that we actually have 3G services, and even in the other developing countries, the 3G penetration is much lower than what you have in the developed world. So you have a more higher dependence on 2G related services such as USSD, SMS, IVR, and we all know that we have been talking of how IVR can be used to a greater extent in rural India, where largely the population is illiterate, and you have some very good schemes and initiatives and pilot projects that have happened. So this is one key difference that I see, consumption patterns between the developed countries and the emerging markets. And of course, developed countries enjoy a much higher ARPU. These services are more evolved. You have a higher prevalence of video conferencing and mobile TV and location-based kind of services. When we think of the challenges, then it's probably the two E's that come to my mind. Keep it make it easy for the customer. Keep it simple. Make simple price plans. Make it easy for the subscriber to avail the VAS. And the second E is educate the customer. Today, probably there are many of us who still don't know what kind of handset features we have in our phones. I know several senior citizens who still don't know how to actually read an SMS, leave aside how to send an SMS. They're not comfortable. And SMS actually, our study shows that SMS, P2P SMS today accounts for about 35% of the total badge revenue. So these are some of